A heat advisory that is still in place through tonight, and it's doing a couple of things for us. Not only are we getting that excess heat of triple digits, but all that smoke and that haze that's been moving in for the weekend is continuing to sit around. So it's going to feel very muggy out there. We're going to appear to be overcast by the evening hours, and then we're still dealing with all that heat. So the combination there doesn't feel good, especially on the skin. And then we're looking at unhealthy for sensitive group air quality. Now the hazy skies are coming in, but we're also looking at thunderstorm chances possible for the Sierra in some zones, especially south of South Lake Tahoe. But this can bring in some erratic winds for certain areas, which of course doesn't make it easy on the firefight. That kind of just sends flames in all directions, doesn't really have a consistent flow, and that's not good when firefighters are trying to contain these fires and these flames. Now, cooler temperatures do return by Tuesday, so at least we'll get that. But so far, all of that smoke and haze over where the Dixie Fire is has actually been somewhat helping the firefighters at least keep some kind of cloud coverage overhead and reflecting that sunlight away from keeping the conditions in there somewhat manageable. But for the rest of us, the heat advisories as well as some of the excessive heat continues. That's from Central California to Southern California with excessive heat. We also have that orange shade there with the heat advisory in effect for us. And then the bad air quality moves into Oregon, areas of Washington, Idaho, and up into Montana as well as Wyoming now, as we are looking at the circulation of that air quality moving up to those states because of the high pressure system that's currently in place. Now take a look at our smoke forecast. You can see that through the Delta, we will be getting some of those winds pushing through, but not strong enough to overcome this. And this is what we're going to expect. Some of that smoke to start pushing into the valley through the afternoon hours. You can see it here right around 4 o'clock or so. Most of the area here with the dark red shade remains for the foothills. Now we start to get some orange and red into areas around Sacramento and north of that, but everything south a little bit better. So moderate air quality to unhealthy for sensitive group air quality there. But take a look at this overnight. You start to get that big plume of purple and dark maroon there. That is not good air. That's toxic air quality that will start to move into areas around Quincy, Truckee, South Lake Tahoe, and just above some of our lower elevation foothills there like Colfax. And then Arnold, Sonora also starting to see some bad air quality there. We got some great photos this morning coming in out of Citrus Heights, and that's not even that high up in elevation where it's closer to Sacramento. And we got some pretty hazy skies this morning sunrise. Now finally, as we start moving from Monday toward Tuesday, we'll start to get a little relief as most of that air moves toward the east. Now we are looking at some unhealthy for sensitive group air quality right now. A couple of pockets there with a little more red. Otherwise, this will begin to shift into the evening hours. Now this high pressure here is the culprit. This is the high that is circulating the clockwise motion here, bringing in some of that smoke to the north and to the northeast, and that's where the bad air quality will settle in the next couple of days. And then a lot of that heat remains in place because that high is just sitting over us. We do not have a low pressure to usher in some cooler air from the Pacific, but then this happens with the jet stream, a nice little dip here, and it's just enough to drop us about 10 degrees as we start moving toward Tuesday. So good news for us when it comes to cooling down, not so good news for firefighters as we'll see a little bit of the winds picking up there. Here are those thunderstorm chances. They push through the Sierra and the Sierra Crest as we start moving into your afternoon hours. Let's take a look at the temperatures. We're looking at about triple digits for lower foothills, 94 Truckee, South Lake Tahoe, 102 in Quincy. And then for our 10-day forecast, 101 Monday with those lower 90s Tuesday. And then we start to even out here in those mid to low 90s through next week. Bria.
Carly, thank you.